Hi everybody, it's crazy windy outside, so the next part of this video will be a voiceover. Some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not, but I have not been posting eggs for sale. My chickens caught scaly leg mites, and I had never seen them before. I've kept chickens for like 13 years now. Good old-fashioned research, and I had remembered reading something about it in this book, so I flipped through like pests and diseases. It's not really a disease, it's more like a pest. And humans can't catch it, as far as I know. I just felt super weird about selling eggs. Plus, the treatment they get is literally dipping their legs into a Vaseline coconut oil mixture. So the eggs come out a little bit like, because it gets on their feathers all over them. So they're a little bit slimy from the Vaseline. So I'm like, my family's been eating them, but I didn't want to share that chicken love with my friends and followers. And customer. I've taken down my egg sign for the time being, but I do want to share how I'm treating it because it's kind of comical and it's really strange, and also I had never seen it before, so it's useful information. Also, the first couple of times we did it, we were all covered in Vaseline, the chickens were covered in Vaseline, and it was just a mess because I was literally like massaging it onto their legs, and they didn't like it, so they're like kicking all over, and the Vaseline's getting all over, and it's like, wah! It's so gross. So step number one is change into some very grungy clothes that you don't mind getting Vaseline on. So I changed out of my regular clothes into my super grunge clothes. Next, I am mixing petroleum jelly. I just got the off-brand because we were going through so much of it. Coconut oil, it was just what we had in our cupboard. And I add a couple of drops of essential oils just to make it smell nice, because I'm like, hey, they're probably feeling like crap, and I like a little essential oil for myself when I don't feel great, so yeah. Then I just melt that down. I put it in a pot of regular water and I boil the water, and it heats up the two oils, and then I mix it with a stir stick. So in the beginning, I was just using petroleum jelly, and it was really, really hard to get it to melt down and to get it to stick to their feet. Then I came up with the idea of melting it, and Ryan came in and he was like, what about coconut oil? It has a lower melting point. And so I tried coconut oil just by itself that night, and it actually worked really, really good. But as you know, coconut oil is a lot more expensive than petroleum jelly. So that's how I came up with this mixture right here. This chicken that I have right now, I don't think she has it. She looks really good, and that's how you want your chicken's feet to look. So I'm treating them all as a precautionary measure, and I start with the youngest birds to keep them healthier because you're dipping them all in the same oil. I was a chicken when I was and free. I wanted you to be my sweet honey bee. Oh my gosh!
It works so good.
Next, I move on to the tiniest chickens. They did have it as well. It was seriously on every single one. Some of them didn't have it as bad, but these little ones had it, and they actually are healing the quickest out of everybody. So, yeah. So the tiny ones, I just dip them at the same time, both feet at the same time. And it's easier to get all the way up to their feathers. That is something super important. Oh, and then why I have 2 jars in the pan is because I realized it was so difficult. We would have to go in and remelt and go in and remelt. And so get a little bit in a second jar so that you can pour it in. Oh, these silkies, they're the worst, and they're so hard. They just look awful right now. I feel so bad for them. This one is probably the worst case right now, that little black one. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Using a wide mouth jar and 2 jars is super helpful. Gotta use humor in some of these situations. It is super gross. All right, for these larger chickens, the rooster I especially need help with because they knock the jar over. So just having a second person hold the jar still is really helpful. And for the rooster especially because he's aggressive, just doing one leg at a time. And for the larger chickens, doing one leg at a time. And then, yeah. So my biggest tips is melt it down, your Vaseline and your coconut oil. I don't really have a specific ratio. I just did it just kind of eyeballed it, and then whatever was left over I used the next day. And you need to treat them for scaly leg mites every day for 14 days. Some of these ones still look, their scales are raised up. That's how you'll know. Their legs don't look normal. They look like a little bit raised and bumpy. And so that's how you know if they have it. Like this one that I'm doing right now, she looks good. She doesn't look like she has it, but I'm still treating her. And then this one was the worst one of all of them. And you can see all of her scales fell off. So now she has clean, fresh, new scales. And that is how we treat scaly leg mites. Yeah.